Something I learned about women in my 20s is that if you're not chosen by a woman, then she won't love you. It's pretty simple. It's fairly simple, really. Yeah. If you're like me and you're like short, I'm white and Asian, so I'm a little bit short, I guess. That's just how I am. I'm 5'7", almost 5'8". I usually just say I'm 5'10", and I wear boots, and I just pretend that I'm 5'10". Don't really pretend. I just kind of make it like clear that I'm not gonna take any shit for my height. That's pretty much what I'm doing. When I say I'm 5'10". But yeah, one thing I learned about women is their standards are very high. So try to meet their standard is what I always did, and I actually lifted so much at one point that I almost broke my arms, and I looked really good, and I got so many women that it wasn't really funny to me, but I don't want to do that again, so I'm not even going to bother. I don't know. I don't know. I'm past the point where I need a woman to feel hopeful or good about life. I'm very religious. You could call me sort of a Catholic Buddhist. Like, I believe that I'll probably enter into a new life after this life, and then after so many life cycles, I'll eventually reach heaven. That's what I believe. So I focus on things like that, thoughts like that, instead of like Evelyn from from Baldur's Gate or whatever the hell. She's beautiful, and I wish I could have her. But somebody else has already had her 100 times, and she'll have somebody else 1,000 more times, because that's the society that we live in. It's very almost tribal in the underground of the society. It's not gonna last, but yeah. I know I entered into that. What would you call it? Playfield, I guess. Had sex with some women, and that's all I'll get into that, I guess. I don't know. You don't have to be the tallest guy to make it work, but yeah, I was lucky. I wasn't really lucky. There's no such thing as luck. I don't know how to describe it. But since I can't have her or seemingly any other woman who I would maybe want, and because they're all sluts and whores now, I know because a lot of whores have added me on Facebook, and they all want you to pay for their OnlyFans and for whatever else. I don't know. They all want to learn Spanish and fucking Hispanic or something. I really don't know what they want to do. They just want to make money and be in control, and then not be happy because they want somebody else to be in control, maybe. I really don't know, okay? I'm not a female. So, not sure what the end goal is for them, but I suppose they just don't want to fuck a beta. They always leave them too, no matter what. Might take them 20 years to leave, but they always do. And you might say that I'm a beta, and maybe I am, but maybe I'm not. You know? So, yeah. I see through it all after the last 10 years of my life. Yeah. I realize they're not, I don't know, they're not worth going after, you know. I was once in love with a woman, but and that's what taught me about these sorts of things. Anyway, I'm not saying don't go after women, don't chase them, don't attract them. I'm not saying not to do that, because no matter what, you're gonna have some women who would like you. I know it's always been the case for me. I've always had at least some women who like me. Mostly just because I didn't care that much. Like, I remember in elementary school, I always had women who liked me. Not women, but like other girls in my age or whatever. Middle school, I had sex for the first time in middle school. In high school, I had a lot of girlfriends. They weren't always pretty, but they were sometimes pretty. I really don't know. Yeah. High school was a little harder because I stopped growing and other people didn't stop growing or whatever. I really don't know. That's just one thing you could bring up. College, I had a lot of women interested. This is before I did any lifting or anything. And now I have like a lot of women interested too, but the thing about me is I find one woman who I could pair bond with, and I get obsessed with her, and I think I want her, and that would be perfect, but it just doesn't work that way. The best I could hope for is an AI robot girlfriend. Like that's like an actual perfect girlfriend. And I'm even sort of skeptical about AI girlfriends too, because maybe they're not perfect, right? Anyway, that's all I had to talk about. See you later.